Hi loves and welcome to my channel. Let's make this fluffy moist banana cake. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the red button to subscribe. Let's get into it. So you will need bananas for this recipe, and then you will have to mash them so that they can blend well with the other ingredients. So I used 3 bananas. They were very sweet and they were ripe, almost overripe, and I think that's the best ones to use for this recipe, to use in this case for the cake to be moist and fluffy and sweet. Of course, the bananas were very sweet, so I was certain that the cake could have a very nice flavor and make the cake more tastier. So you will have to mash the bananas, and then you will have to add the wet ingredients. The dry ingredients are separate, and that includes the baking powder and the bicarbonate of soda. But now I will add blue band, that is butter, into the mashed bananas, as you are going to see in this video. I will leave the measurements down in the description box, so be sure to check so that you will see the measurements I was using. It's very easy. I have my own method of measuring the ingredients using just that one box of one container of the butter that I'm using. That's what I use to measure my ingredients until when I get other instruments of measuring the ingredients. So after adding the butter, add the sugar and mix the mixture well so that they blend well into the other ingredients you had added first. So for this recipe, I think even if the ingredients are lumpy, you don't have to worry about whether it is lumpy or smooth. The cake will still look good. So I'll add eggs to the mixture. I use 2 eggs, whole eggs, and that's what I used. I found using this whisker making the cake easier instead of a fork or something else. Then I added buttermilk into the mixture. Buttermilk, if you don't have buttermilk, you can add vinegar or lemon juice to fresh milk, and you can use it as buttermilk. For mine, that's what I did. I added vinegar to the milk so that it will make the cake moist and fluffy. I also added banana essence to the mixture. I don't have vanilla extract, so that's why I decided to use the banana essence, and it gives the cake a good color, flavor, such that even when you're baking the cake, the flavor you can smell the flavor even from outside, and it also gives it a very lively, colorful, beautiful color. So I added the dry ingredients, which included the flour. I'll leave the ingredients in the description box, the measurements, and I added the baking powder and bicarbonate of soda, a teaspoonful of bicarbonate of soda, and 1 spoonful of baking powder. And then I'll add the flour in batches so that it can not form a lot of lumps in the mixture. And as you can see, I was already done with mixing the wet and dry ingredients. This was so fun to make and I loved it. I enjoyed making it. So I added the butter just to make sure that the cake would not stick, because I just got the baking tins. I wasn't sure if it was good quality or not, or it wouldn't stick, so I had to make sure that the cake will not stick on the tin. So that's why I added the butter on the walls of the baking tin and the surface. I also sprinkle a little amount of flour into the baking tin, and that will help the cake not to stick to the baking tin. So I poured my mixture into the baking tin, all of it. I baked it all at once, not in batches. The tin was very big. I was even surprised, but it was very good. I enjoyed baking with it. And yes, I was done with mixing the ingredients for the banana cake. And this recipe, the banana cake recipe, is very easy to follow for you to make fluffy, moist cake at home instead of buying from outside or from other vendors. So especially during now these sensitive times. So if when you want to bake on the electric cooker or standing cooker, I use the Mika cooker. So you will have to set the timer, and then you will have to set on where you want your fire to come from, whether it is from up or down, or on the upper side alone or on the downside alone. I usually set mine both from the upper side and the downside. That's where I want the fire to come from, the heat to come from, and heat the cake. After setting the fire, you also have to set the temperatures. I set it at 180 degrees, and that will help the cake to bake well. The timer I had put 60 minutes, at most 60 minutes, and it was done very well by that time. So you can set it from 45 to 60 minutes and the cake will be done. For you to check whether the cake is done, you have to insert a toothpick into the cake, and if it comes out clean, you know the cake is really clean and the cake is cooked that the cake is well cooked. So this banana cake is very fluffy, is moist, is tasty, is very soft, and the bananas just give it the flavor, a very good flavor. You can enjoy this with a cup of tea, juice, or just on its own because it is very tasty and moist even when you eat it by itself. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe. It will really support me. It will also help that this video will also be seen by other people. So kindly watch. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and share this recipe to your friends who might be interested in baking this cake. And I will see you in the next video.